Imagine dating someone in Japan for 3 months. You go on dates, you talk every day, and then they suddenly ask you, will you go out with me? Like, what? You've been going out, eating together, talking every day, but hey, this is Japan. It sounds confusing, right? It gets even stranger. In Japan, people confess love before dating, and friends organize group blind dates. And something else is that many couples barely touch in public. You call it public display of affection, PDA. Yeah, very rare in Japan. So, how does dating here actually work? Let's break it down. But first, the number one rule of dating in Japan might shock you. In many Western countries, relationships often start casually, right? Two people hang out, they go on a few dates, and eventually, things happen and they become a couple. But Japan flips this process, okay? Before a relationship officially begins, someone usually makes a formal confession of feelings known as kokuhaku. So a typical confession sounds like this: Suki desu, tsukiyatte kudasai. This translates to, I like you, please go out with me. Does it sound sexy? Anyway, so only after the other person says yes, that's when you become a couple. Until then, you might spend time together constantly, but technically, you are still just friends. And this fact leads to something many foreigners misunderstand. Because the confession hasn't happened yet, people can sometimes go through what foreigners call the almost dating stage. So, in this stage, you might go out to dinner, watch movies together, message every day, but without the confession, the relationship remains undefined. For foreigners, this can feel very confusing. But for many Japanese people, the confession makes the relationship clear and intentional, especially for the younger ones. The older Japanese people, it's a different story, how their dating is comparing to the younger generation. But that's not even the most unusual part of Japanese dating culture, because many couples don't even meet alone at first. So the first meetup, sometimes they don't meet alone. One of the most common ways people meet in Japan is through group blind dates called gokon. So imagine this: 3 men, 3 women meeting for dinner or drinks together. And the goal isn't immediate romance. No. It's simply to talk, relax, and see if anyone amongst you get to click. Meeting in groups reduces the pressure and the embarrassment if maybe you are just alone. So the anxiety and all that is reduced. So you're able to relax and interact and see if, okay, amongst you, who is gonna click. And because Japanese culture often values social harmony, group settings make introductions feel more natural. But here's where things get more tricky. Communication in Japanese dating can be extremely subtle. In many cultures, rejection is straightforward. Someone might say, I'm not interested. But in Japan, people often avoid direct confrontation, as we said in earlier videos. Instead, you might hear phrases like, I'm busy recently, maybe another time, let's see. That's phrase, let's see if it works out, So these can actually be polite ways of saying no. So understanding these subtle signals is one of the biggest challenges for foreigners dating in Japan. And there's another difference that surprises many visitors. So public displays of affection are generally more reserved in Japan. So things like kissing, hugging, holding hands, in Japan, very rare behavior. They are very less common in public compared to many Western countries. Some couples wait weeks or even months before becoming physically intimate. Instead, relationships often develop through conversations, shared experiences, and emotional connection. But here's the twist. Despite all these dating traditions, many young people in Japan aren't dating at all. Japan is experiencing a surprising social shift. A growing number of young adults say they have little or no interest at all in romantic relationships. Some reasons include demanding work culture, financial stress, changing priorities, and the comfort of independent lifestyles. So this trend has even contributed to Japan's biggest problem, which is declining birth rate. This is one of the long-term challenges of Japan. But technology is starting to change this. Dating apps in Japan, yes. So dating apps are becoming more common. Some popular platforms include Tinder, Bumble, Pairs, just a few. However, Japanese users often approach dating apps differently. People typically, they message longer before meeting, and they prefer serious relationships, and they also maintain stronger privacy boundaries. So even with modern technology, traditional dating norms still influence how relationships begin. For foreigners, dating in Japan can feel confusing at first. But once you understand the cultural rules, it becomes much clearer and easier. Dating here often emphasizes patience, emotional sincerity, and long-term commitment. And that's what makes Japanese dating culture so unique. Now I'm curious. If you had to date in Japan, would it be easier or harder for you? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want more insights about life and culture in Japan, subscribe for the next video. Ja, matane.